Hello! This is a different type of video. I am going to be talking about the quote-unquote Impregnator build invented by Coco Bob. This build is really good as it is really cheap, it helps with your shielding, but it also gives you so much mana. They made some changes to Seraphs about a month ago, so this is kind of the alternative build to get you some mana, but also make sure that you have enough money to go full build as quick as possible. So it is going to be a little bit different. I am going to be commentating over it, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So the very first thing I do in almost every APC game is I explain to my support that we have to play safe. I really can't fight until level 6. My mana is too high and my cooldowns are just impossible to work with. We never win. So obviously we're just going to help the jungler, and then I'm going to push out the wave and we're going to play, hopefully, as safe as possible. It is going to be really important that you try farm as much as you can with just autos. If you are going to farm with your abilities, it's important that you're also hitting the enemy. So if they're standing in the back line of their wave, then use your abilities if you're planning on pushing. The first thing I am going to get is a lost chapter. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough gold, and then I'm going to TP back. I am still just focusing on my positioning. Unfortunately, my Maokai is not, and there's really nothing I can do. We get 2 flashes here, which is good, but unfortunately, he still dies. I couldn't really commit going any harder than that. As I said, we really needed to wait till level 6 till we wanted to do anything, but he got caught out, so that's fine. There is a little fight going on here, so I'm going to try my best to assist this Cho'Gath. I really want to stop Caitlyn from getting to my Cho'Gath, and maybe even catching her. Yeah, she flashes there, so that was honestly kind of a positive trade for us. I do catch Syndra here, but again, I don't have enough mana. If I had mana here, we win. I'm going to reset and get some boots for some ability haste. My Maokai was so kind in holding this wave for me, which was very lovely of them. They do end up getting drag here, but I guess not a priority for our junglers, so that's fine. I'm just going to focus on not getting poked down and farming as best as I can. Wow, that's unfortunate. The bride's coming now, so we can try do something. Unfortunately, the Milio played that really well. He knocked me back, and I wasn't actually able to do my extended ult. So props to the Milio for that play, that was really good. Unfortunately, the Briar was a little bit ambitious, and we weren't far up enough, so... Again, Milio played that really well, and I got pushed back. And then we do get a quick gank from this Yi, but he really can't do anything. Maokai is too tanky, and I can just space him out. I completely misplayed that. I should have waited until Yi had done his Q, and then I would have made sure I hit my abilities. Love that. I do get a little sneaky kill there. Love to see it. That is kind of the best thing about Seraphine. People aren't going to expect your really long range and your random abilities being thrown out. They're always going to walk back to get their minions in the wave, so you can always surprise them by putting down your empowered Q and they just walk straight into it. I'm now going to grab Leandri's. I did have to wait a little bit, and I'm going to TP back just to catch this wave. You're always going to want to push out the wave and then catch it with your TP. Pretty good, the ult there. We get Milio's flash as well, so all around a pretty good engage from us. My Maokai's gonna roam here. I'm just gonna play safe, hold the wave, farm as best as I can. Maokai is kind of looking, so I walk forwards. We burn her flash. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of a mishap in terms of anti-synergy, and he actually pushes her out of my abilities, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it was. I'm now going to start building into Staff of Flowing Water, grabbing some more mana. This is going to really help just shield, but also help me maintain my mana throughout the fights. Yeah, see, that was hella unfortunate. The Briar flashes my ulti that would have hit 2 enemies, and she dies for it. That was completely her fault. Maybe she wasn't expecting it. It happened almost instantaneously, but it is what it is. Again, look at this wave clear. I am just going to keep pushing this out, hopefully get a catch. I'm going to now reset for Staff of Flowing Water, and same old, I am going to TP for this bot lane wave as Caitlyn is still pushing out. I could have TP'd to help the team there, but I already saw that they were winning, so I didn't bother. And it was also going to take me a really long time to walk bot, so I'm not sure if it was 100% worth. Gonna bonk away at this tower. Love to see it. It is almost so close to falling. Again, we have another gank incoming from Yi, but really there's not that much he can do because I'm playing so far back. Briar's looking here and actually goes on Yi. Unfortunately, I'm not able to 100% catch that Milio and that Caitlyn, just because everyone else was focused on the Yi while I was focused on them. Syndra's here to stop us from killing their bot lane. However, they don't know that Briar is still here. Again, a little bit of anti-synergy there from the Maokai knocking them out of my abilities, but it is what it is. I'm now going to push this wave. I could probably get some good poke here if they stay, but if not, I get this tower guaranteed. My Briar actually commits to this. I'm just going to go and help out, push the wave as much as I can, but there was really no catching that. I'm now going to go for some ability haste with Cosmic Drive. And I'm actually going to swap mid lane as it is way safer for me. If there is no tower there bot lane, I can't be walking out that far. Considering Syndra can probably still one-shot me even though it's quite early in the game, I'm very squishy. Gonna grab this blue buff as well, this is going to be really important. And then I do a terrible ult. I absolutely should have held that. However, we still work it out. My team does well. Little bit of a messy fight. I definitely should be holding my ults. You'll notice throughout this game, my ults are not the smoothest at all. We do end up getting Baron here, which is really nice. Love a good push. It's really good on Seraphine because my wave clear is crazy. Look at that. That whole back wave is just gone. If I did it right, I could have got the whole thing, but I'm plat, so my Maokai does actually catch out this Milio, so you'll notice that this Milio might be a little bit tilted because he starts fully running it down and is just getting caught out left, right, and center. I'm gonna help push out this wave with this Cho'Gath. I flash here because I don't actually think my Cho'Gath saw that the Trundle was on me. For some reason he was still waiting in this bush. Luckily my Maokai's here to catch him. I ult to secure the CC. And we get him now. Probably didn't need an ignite, but better to secure. Now that I have Cosmic Drive, I'm going to be that much more speedy, but also I have a lower cooldown on all of my abilities, which is really nice. Fortunately, Briar dies here, but Yi is trying to commit for my Maokai while I'm still here, so I don't really know what that's about. Obviously, we're just going to kill him. Yeah, not really sure why he overcommitted for that. Maybe if he caught me out, that would be a better idea, but my tank support, there's no way you catch him. Especially not if I'm standing behind him shielding him. Unfortunately, bot tower falls here. Trundle has a really hard push. I did have TP, but by the time I'd already looked at it, it had already gone. I should have been here for this fight. This would have been a really juicy ult. However, we'd already lost someone, so there was no point continuing. I'm gonna get Magi's here as it is better for scaling, which is exactly what my champ is. As long as I play safe, I should be fine. So I TP to help my team push out this wave. Honestly, not a good TP. I should have held it here, but I really wanted this blue buff. My team decides to all back off here, and we actually let mid lane fall. I guess they needed to all reset at once. I try my best to clear the wave, but I also really don't want to die. So I clear out the wave as best I can, but the tower falls. See, now this is where having TP would have come in really handy. Luckily, my Alawi is like Omega fed, so I didn't even really need teleport. But it would have been nice to have just in case. I ult here, expecting my Cho'Gath to do something. Unfortunately, he's still really squishy and basically gets one shot, so we lose out on drag. But because my Alawi and the rest of the team did a really good fight bot lane, and we actually were able to win, we can start on Baron. I make a misplay here, and I don't actually check whether or not anyone has a smite. We do have smite, but Briar smites awfully. Luckily we still get a pick here, but it turns into a bit of a mess. Honestly, super unfortunate. We still end up winning the fight because Alawi and my Briar are quite strong, but yeah, that was really unfortunate. The Yi came from behind, I had to flash over the wall, and then the sneaky Caitlyn ult. Again, I thought my Briar was gonna be able to run forward enough. Not the case. My ults this game, not the best, but it is what it is. At this point, my team is just turbo fed, and the great thing about this build is because my shielding is still so high and my ability haste is so low, I can really just stand behind them like a human meat shield, and I can just shield them and also push the wave, so it's pretty good. We're going to be able to get this tower. I'm backing up because if Trundle decides I'm the one he wants to attack, I'm done. I'm gone. It's really important for spacing here. I do look for an opportunity, and then we're able to chain CC this Trundle to the point of its demise. My Maokai ults, I'm not really sure why. There was actually no one there, but is what it is. I'm gonna do my best to just auto. I would be spamming on my abilities, but I am out of mana just because we had quite a long team fight. Gonna grab a potion here, just because I think there's gonna be kind of a crucial team fight. So I need to make sure that I have the most damage I possibly can. We are actually looking to catch someone here. Unfortunately, they sweep us out. And I move top lane because I see a push going on. And then Milio gets caught. Yeah, I really don't know what he's doing, but I'm just going to stick with this Alawi because she is Omega fed. And I want to shield her as much as I can. This is where Seraphine becomes absolutely OP because they cannot contest my wave clear, and also my shielding if I have a fed carry is just out of this world. Sometimes it's okay to rely on shielding rather than doing straight up damage. If someone else is carrying, let them carry. I do a really nice ult here which catches the Syndra. However, we're not able to kill, but we just end the game. That was a really good game. I definitely whiffed my ults so many times. There was a little bit of anti-synergy. I probably would say Maokai and Seraphine might not be the best. I did honor my Maokai just because he was super patient in lane and was actually able to let me scale and farm. Even though he died a few times, he didn't put me in a position where I died. So yeah, I love this build. Thank you so much for Coco Bob to popularizing this. I will be continuing to abuse this. And if you guys like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe.